What is up, folks? So, it's been a while since I've had a video on the car. Let's dive right into some of this mess here. When I first got the car, the radio wouldn't turn off when I killed the ignition. And that's because, as I later found, they just did a terrible job installing the radio. Down here is the factory premium sound harness. You only find this on the 6-speaker premium sound cars because it has a factory amplifier. So, luckily, because my car is premium sound, there's a way to just get rid of all this gangly, cut-up mess that they left me with, and utilize the rest of the wiring for the sound system. These plugs right here plug into these angled plugs here that are on the rest of the car. The retainer right there holds them in this general vicinity up here. One's farther back here, the other's a little farther forward. But you pull those out, you unplug them, you get a proper install harness. I know this looks a little messy right now. It's only because I haven't really neatened it up. But you can't use door speakers on non-premium sound wiring. As you see, I have speaker wires there. Whoever had done the previous install on the radio had run those to the door speakers. So, luckily, in their not knowing what they were doing, they made my job a little easier. Now, part 2 of this, after my last video, I did a little experimenting here. When I first got the car, it had a no-name short ram intake, had a small air filter right here, and everyone I knew would tell me that tiny little filter isn't going to feed a 5-liter V8. Get a proper filter, you're choking yourself down. So I borrowed one off a friend, stuck it on here, and the car ran worse. And here's why. I have a wideband air fuel ratio gauge in there, and it was telling me that with the hood shut, I was getting just a very inconsistent air fuel ratio. That's because you have a radiator fan right here and a fan in your alternator here. Both of those are sending waves of air this way. If you have the air filter right here, it's going right up into the mass air sensor and sending your computer freaked out readings. So, solution to that, get a proper cold air intake with a filter in the fender, and you'll get cooler air intake temperatures, more consistent airflow, better all the way around. So, wanted to put that out there, a little lesson. If you're mass air car, you definitely want this setup. If your speed density is not necessarily hurting you as much, but still not a bad idea to have. As far as the factory amplifier bypass, as I've heard some people call it, I've only seen a couple forum posts about it. I haven't seen anything out on YouTube. So, hopefully you don't have to deal with all this mess I'm fighting with. But if you are, hope this helps you out. Y'all take care.